humans have an intricate behavior of often giving gifts to reconfirm or establish our connection with others. Giving a gift to someone we care about allows us to communicate our feelings and appreciation for them. Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Law Years by the Noble Litigators. I am your host and friend, Pranav Bhardwaj, and in this episode, we shall discuss about the gift deeds. What is a gift deed? What all property can be gifted? What all things you need to keep in mind while getting your gift deed being drafted? What all documents you require to get it registered? Followed by the charges on registration, and under what circumstances can you get it revoked? Finally, we will look into the taxation aspect also. So let's get started. Legally speaking, a gift deed is an agreement that is used when a person wishes to gift his property or money to someone else. The property can be both movable as well as immovable, and the person making the gift is called the donor, while the person receiving the property is called the donee. Using the gift deed, the owner can give the property to anyone and therefore can avoid any future dispute which might arise out of succession or inheritance claims. A registered gift deed is also evidence in itself, and unlike in case of a will, the transfer of property is instant and you will not be required to go to the court of law for its execution, and therefore it saves your time as well. Now, further elaborating as to what all property can be gifted, well, practically you can transfer any property, be it movable or immovable, provided the property exists with you and is transferable. Having a gift deed registered will help you to avoid any litigation that comes up thereafter. Moving further, you need to keep these things in mind while getting your gift deed being drafted. You need to clearly specify the place and date on which the deed is to be executed. Provide all the relevant information regarding the donor and the donee, such as their names, address, relationship, date of birth, and signatures, followed by complete details about the property. Apart from this, you need 2 witnesses to bear testimony and their signatures. Thereafter, depending upon the value determined by the state government, the gift deed must be printed on a stamp paper after paying the required amount, and the deed should be registered at the registrar or sub-registrar's office. Alright, this was with regard to the basics of the gift deed. Now, here are some important things that you should keep in mind while drafting a gift deed. The very first thing is that there is no money or force involved. Make sure you add this consideration clause to the gift deed. It must be indicated that there is no exchange of money and that the gift deed is made solely out of love and affection and not due to any money or coercion. Then you have to be the owner of the property while you are gifting it, because only the owner can gift a property. If you are not the owner, that is, you are not the title holder of the property, you cannot gift it to someone even in anticipation. Apart from this, add another clause describing the property. All the information pertaining to the property, such as structure, type of property, address, area, location, etc., must be mentioned in this particular clause. Another major aspect is the relationship between the donor and the donee. If the donor and the donee are blood relatives, some state government may offer concession on a stamp duty. Even otherwise, it is important to establish the relationship between the donor and the donee. Next is about mentioning the liabilities. In case if there are rights and liabilities attached to the gift, such as whether the donee can sell or lease the property or not, and likewise, then such clauses should be mentioned. Then comes the delivery clause, which mentions the expressed or implied action of delivery of possession of the property. Last but not the least is the clause relating to the revocation of the gift deed. The donor can also mention clearly if he or she wants a revocation clause to be adhered to the gift deed by the donee. Both the donor and the donee must agree on this clause. Well, this was with regard to things that you need to keep in mind while drafting a gift deed. Now a question arises as to what all documents do you require to register a gift deed. Apart from these documents that I have mentioned right now, you will also need to produce the original gift deed as well as the ID proof, PAN card, Aadhaar card, and the sale deed of the property, as well as other documents pertaining to other agreements regarding this property. Now let's talk about one of the aspects where people are mostly confused about, which is charges for registering a gift deed. In order to register a gift deed, you will be required to pay the stamp duty, which varies from state to state. You can also pay the stamp duty online or at the registrar's office. Then a very pertinent question arises, in case if you are gifting the property to an NGO, then should you pay a stamp duty over that gift or not? In usual cases, gifting a property to an NGO or charity does not incur any stamp duty. However, you must check with your state authority regarding the rules. Also, in many cases, NGOs may not be allowed to accept property at all. Therefore, it is advisable that you hire the service of an advocate in order to find this out. Then let's move on to the another basic question that usually most of the people ask while getting this gift deed register, as to whether can they revoke a gift deed or not. After the property has been gifted, it becomes the donee's property and cannot be revoked in an easy manner. However, there are exceptions to this, and as per section 126 of Transfer of Property Act, you can revoke a gift under certain circumstances. Now what are these circumstances? It can be that the gift deed was made under some sort of coercion or fraud. Second one is that the grounds were immoral, illegitimate and reprehensible. And finally, in the third one, it was agreed from the very beginning that the gift deed is revocable under certain circumstances. In such cases, even in the event of the death of the owner, the legal representatives can proceed to the court for revoking the gift deed. Well, now let's move further and talk about the taxation aspect on the gift deed and whether do we have to mention gift deed under the income tax returns or not. Well, gifts have to be declared under the income tax returns, and it was in the year 1998 that for the first time Gift Tax Act of 1958 was abolished, which later on got reintroduced in 2004. Therefore, in case if you have been gifted an immovable property, you will have to pay tax on it in case if the stamp duty value exceeds 50,000 rupees and if the property is received without necessary considerations. However, the above clause will not be applicable if the property has been received from relatives by an individual or from a member by the Hindu undivided family. Likewise, if it has been received on the occasion of the marriage of the individual or received under the will by way of inheritance or by contemplation of the death of the donor, or it has been received from a local authority as has been defined in explanation of clause 20 of section 10 of the Income Tax Act, or in case if it has been received from any fund, foundation or the university or any other educational institution, then you are exempted to pay tax. And last but not the least, if it has been received from a trust or institution which was registered under section 12AA of the Income Tax Act. Now, one of the most frequently asked questions. Well, let's talk about the differences between the gift deed and the will. Well, the gift deed is functional even during the lifetime of the donor, and it can be revoked only under certain specified circumstances. Apart from this, well, the gift deed is required to be registered under section 123 of the Transfer of Property Act and section 17 of the Registration Act, whereas in case of will, it need not be registered and it can be operable only after the death of the testator. and can be revoked n number of times. Last but not the least, this difference is very important when we talk about the taxation aspect. Well, the gift deed falls under the ambit of the income tax, whereas will is governed by the law of succession. Well, this was all with regard to the gift deed. I hope you liked the episode. In case if you liked the episode, then please do share with your friends, family, or with any person you think might like the show. But until we meet next time, stay home and stay safe.